The December 2024 full moon is no ordinary moon. Prepare yourself for a celestial event that could completely change the course of your life, and you can't ignore it. What is about to happen will challenge your emotions, expose your deepest truths, and open an energetic portal of transformation that can be both liberating and overwhelming. This will be the last full moon of the year, known as the powerful cold moon, a phenomenon loaded with mystical and cosmic meanings. Make no mistake, anyone who is unprepared may face emotional turbulence and unexpected challenges. But here's the bright side. Knowing how to connect with this moon's energy can completely transform your destiny. Are you ready to let go of the past, let go of fears and start a whole new cycle? Don't wait for the chaos to take you by surprise. Time is running out. Discover now everything you need to know about the impact of this full moon and how to prepare for the challenges and incredible opportunities it will bring. Watch until the end and make sure you're on the right side of this transformation. Welcome to the Eye of the Soul channel. The December 2024 full moon marks a special moment in the astronomical and cultural calendar. Known as the December cold moon, this is the last full moon of the year, symbolizing the closing of a cycle and preparation for new beginnings. This phenomenon occurs at a time of year when winter has fully set in, bringing with it an atmosphere of stillness and reflection. This moon is called cold moon precisely because of its association with the freezing temperatures and the landscape that characterizes this season. Astronomically, the full moon represents the peak of the lunar cycle, when the sun fully illuminates the lunar face. This provides an imposing and majestic view of Earth's natural satellite, which appears brighter in the night sky. December's cold moon is particularly notable for occurring close to the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere, amplifying the symbolism of completion and introspection that accompanies this phenomenon. This full moon also carries deep cultural and spiritual meanings. In several traditions, the last full moon of the year is seen as an opportunity to reflect on what has been achieved and to set goals for the next cycle. It is a time when many people connect with the Earth's natural rhythms, seeking alignment between the interior and exterior. The cold moon is also a reminder of our connection to the cosmos and the natural cycles that surround us. She invites us to stop, observe and feel the vastness of the universe, something that is often forgotten amid the rush of everyday life. For those who look at the moon tonight, it is impossible not to be struck by its grandeur and the idea that it has witnessed thousands of generations before us. Furthermore, the event has aesthetic and emotional appeal. The light reflected by the full moon at this time can create stunning landscapes, especially in places covered by snow, where the luminosity is even more amplified. For many, contemplating the full moon is an experience of connection and gratitude, which transcends cultures and borders. December's cold moon carries deep symbolism, which goes beyond the astronomical phenomenon. Traditionally, it is associated with an energy of transformation and renewal, reflecting the essence of winter in the northern hemisphere. A moment of pause where nature rests to prepare for rebirth in spring. Just as frost protects and revitalizes the earth, this moon symbolizes a period of introspection and purification for humans. The energy of this moon invites deep reflection. It is an opportunity to look inside and evaluate what is no longer useful, whether thought patterns, behaviors, or relationships. This moment brings a call to detachment and release. Just as nature sheds what is unnecessary to survive the cold moon encourages people to free themselves from what impedes their emotional and spiritual growth. This period is also ideal for strengthening courage. The cold moon reminds us that transformation is not just about leaving behind, but also about creating space for the new. It symbolizes the opportunity to align intentions with actions, helping to build a more meaningful path aligned with personal purposes. This phase is often described as a moment of energetic cleansing, necessary to begin more prosperous cycles. Furthermore, the cold moon highlights the connection between natural cycles and the internal cycles of each individual. The introspection encouraged by this moon is comparable to a soul journey, where challenges and shadows are confronted, and learning can emerge in powerful ways. This energy is felt both individually and collectively, uniting people around themes of transformation and renewal. The symbolism of this moon is a sign that change is inevitable and often necessary. Facing this process with acceptance and optimism could be the secret to taking advantage of the opportunities it brings. The cold moon inspires a reset, showing that even in colder and more challenging periods, there is a unique beauty in the process of evolution. December's cold moon brings a powerful message of personal and spiritual transformation. This moon makes us reflect on the truths that are often hidden in the fast pace of everyday life. It is a time to recognize and face fears, resentments and patterns of behavior that are no longer useful. This practice of self-knowledge is essential for those seeking growth and balance. This call to transformation is an opportunity to free yourself. Just like clearing an area full of debris to make room for something new, the process of letting go of what no longer serves is essential to allowing emotional and spiritual breakthroughs. It is a challenging but necessary journey, where the act of letting go becomes a driving force for progress. Each time we let go of what limits us, we get closer to our true potential. The deep introspection this lunar phase encourages is about honestly examining areas of life that need change. The time is ideal to question habits, beliefs and even relationships that are not aligned with personal purpose. This analysis can be uncomfortable, but it is also incredibly liberating, allowing new possibilities to emerge. At the same time, the cold moon reinforces the importance of courage. Recognizing outdated patterns is just the beginning. Action is needed to replace them with something more aligned with current goals and dreams. This process is transformative, as each small step towards overcoming internal blocks strengthens the connection with the higher self. This moon offers a unique chance for renewal. It's time to cleanse your mind and heart, welcoming a new cycle with more clarity and determination. This practice not only helps to strengthen our relationship with ourselves, but also positively influences the way we connect with others and the world around us. December's cold moon has a profound impact on both a personal and collective level, acting as a catalyst for internal and external change. On an individual level, it symbolizes a time to reevaluate the connection with the higher self. This is a time to reflect on choices, redefine priorities and align actions with the most authentic values. By accepting this transformative energy, it is possible to find greater clarity and purpose. Internally, the influence of this moon promotes introspection. She encourages us to question limiting beliefs and overcome emotional barriers. This process can bring to the surface feelings and truths that have been repressed, but it also offers the opportunity to create new foundations for growth. It is a journey of self-acceptance and deep connection with your own needs and dreams. At the collective level, the cold moon awakens global consciousness. Its symbolism reminds us that each individual plays a role in the well-being of the community and the planet. It's a time to ask yourself, how do my actions affect others? This type of reflection can lead to more conscious decisions, aligned with the common good and sustainability. Furthermore, external changes often reflect internal ones. By working on their own evolution, people become agents of transformation in their communities. This energy of renewal can inspire actions that promote harmony and collaboration, creating positive impact on a large scale. Small personal changes can trigger big collective movements. The cold moon reminds us that we are part of a larger cycle. Just as the moon influences the tides, it also affects our emotions and actions. With this energy of change, we are called to contribute to a more balanced world aligned with the principles of compassion and mutual respect. The transformation promoted by December's cold moon is a process that, although powerful, can be challenging. This period of transition often brings to the surface complex emotions such as fear and resistance to change. Confronting these feelings is a necessary part of growth, but it's important to remember that challenges are also opportunities for learning and personal empowerment. One of the biggest challenges is facing personal truths that may have been ignored. This moment requires courage to recognize behaviors or situations that are no longer aligned with well-being. Although it may be uncomfortable, this honesty is essential to clearing old patterns and making space for the new. Recognizing the cracks in the foundations of life is the first step to building something more solid and lasting. At the same time, the cold moon energy offers unique opportunities. It creates an environment conducive to initiating changes that previously seemed impossible. It's a chance to redefine goals, establish new habits and even strengthen connections with the people around you. Every small advance made during this period has the potential to generate significant transformations in the long term. Another important point is that transformation does not have to be solitary. Oftentimes, sharing reflections and challenges with others can bring new perspectives and even inspire collective change. This is a time to remember that while each journey is individual, the impact of positive actions reverberates throughout communities and beyond. The cold moon teaches us that each obstacle overcome makes us more resilient. She encourages us to see discomfort not as an end, but as part of the process of evolution. By embracing both challenges and opportunities, we are able to move forward with greater strength, clarity and confidence towards a future more aligned with our true aspirations. The energy of December's cold moon is often compared to the force of a winter storm, intense but necessary to set the stage for a new cycle. This is a time of purification, where old emotional blocks, limiting beliefs and harmful habits can be left behind. The cleansing process is not just symbolic, but a real movement towards rebirth and personal renewal. The purification promoted by this moon is an opportunity to eliminate what impedes growth. During this period, we are called to take an emotional inventory, evaluating relationships, thoughts and attitudes that no longer contribute to our evolution. This process can be challenging, but it is essential for freeing the mind and heart, creating space for new experiences and learning. Rebirth, in turn, is the natural result of this purification. Just as nature is reborn after the harshness of winter, people can also find a new perspective by freeing themselves from unnecessary burdens. This is a time to reevaluate priorities, reconnect with forgotten goals and find inspiration to move forward with more lightness and determination. Furthermore, the cold moon's energy of renewal is not limited to the individual level. It reminds us that we are connected to a larger cycle, where personal transformation impacts the collective. This phase can serve as a starting point for positive change in communities, inspiring collaborative and intentional actions that benefit everyone. The cold moon reflects us trusting the rebirth process. No matter how many errors or deviations may have occurred, renewal is always possible. This period is a chance to start again, with a more solid foundation and aligned with the true essence of each individual. The cold moon symbolizes the promise that, with courage and dedication, transformation is inevitably rewarding. Just as a garden needs constant care to flourish, we also need attention to maintain our emotional and spiritual balance. This moon symbolizes the ideal time to remove the weeds, blockages, fears and limiting patterns that impede our personal growth. Taking care of the garden of the soul begins with identifying the obstacles that hinder our development. Just as a gardener inspects the soil, we are invited to observe our emotions and behaviors. What thoughts are draining our energy? What attitudes need to be adjusted? This period is ideal for carrying out this analysis with honesty and clarity. Purification, symbolized by the removal of weeds, is an essential step. Leaving behind what no longer serves you is an act of liberation. This process can be difficult, but it creates the space needed for new goals and aspirations to grow. It is at this moment that we recognize the strength of letting go of the past to welcome the possibilities of the future. Once the ground is clear, the cold moon encourages us to plant seeds for the next cycle. This means setting clear intentions and building habits that support our growth. Just as continuous care of a garden results in lush flowers, small daily actions lead us to a fuller and more balanced life. Transformation is an ongoing process. It's not just about cleaning and planting, but also about nurturing and protecting what has been grown. This moment offers the opportunity to begin this cycle with purpose and dedication, ensuring that today's seeds become tomorrow's harvest. December's cold moon is the perfect time to create rituals that promote connection and introspection. These rituals don't have to be complex. The most important thing is that they are intentional and reflect the desire for transformation and renewal. Taking time to honor this energy can strengthen your connection with your inner self and the natural cycles of life. One of the most effective rituals is meditation. Sitting in silence, under the moonlight or in a peaceful environment, allows you to get in touch with your deepest thoughts and feelings. This is an ideal time to reflect on what needs to be left behind and visualize what you want to achieve in the next cycle. Breathing deeply and focusing on the intention of renewal can intensify the experience. Another powerful practice is writing. A journal can be used to list patterns, habits, or feelings that you want to let go of. Then you can write clear, positive intentions for the future. Some people choose to symbolically burn the paper with old limitations as a form of release, and keep the list of intentions as a reminder for the next cycle. The use of crystals and other natural elements can also enrich rituals. Stones such as amethyst or clear quartz are associated with purification and clarity, making them good companions during this period. Creating a small altar or sacred space with candles, flowers and symbolic objects can help to intensify the connection with the cold moon energy. The most important thing is to adapt the rituals to your own beliefs and needs. No matter which practice is chosen, the essential thing is that it is carried out with intention and authenticity. This is a time to come back to yourself, strengthen spiritual bonds and create an environment conducive to transformation and growth. December's cold moon not only inspires individual change, but also promotes powerful collective renewal. This phenomenon is a reminder that although transformation journeys are personal, they are interconnected with the well-being of the group and the planet. The energy of this moon increases the sense of connection between people, encouraging collaborative actions in search of a more harmonious future. A striking aspect of this collective renewal is the cold moon's ability to unite individuals in shared intentions. Around the world, many people use this lunar phase to carry out practices that promote peace, sustainability, and empathy. This collective alignment creates a symbolic force that transcends borders and reinforces the idea that each person is part of a greater whole. Furthermore, the cold moon can be a catalyst for social and environmental reflections. It reminds us of the responsibility we have to care for each other and the planet. This period is conducive to re-evaluating the impact of individual actions and looking for ways to contribute to the common good. It may be time to start small gestures such as community projects, or to engage in causes that promote significant change. This collective renewal also manifests itself in interpersonal relationships. The cold moon energy encourages the creation of deeper, more authentic connections. She invites us to let go of resentments and conflicts, reinforcing the importance of collaboration and mutual respect. These efforts to strengthen bonds not only enrich personal lives, but also contribute to more united and resilient communities. This moment symbolizes the strength of unity in times of transformation. When individuals align on positive intentions and actions, they create an impact that goes beyond the immediate. This moon teaches us that renewal is not just an internal process, but a shared movement, capable of transforming not only lives, but also the collective future. December's cold moon offers a clear and inspiring message. Endings are necessary for new beginnings to happen. This period is a call that transformation, however challenging it may be, is essential for personal and collective growth. Just like the moon cycle, our lives also go through phases, and accepting this reality is the first step towards achieving significant renewal. This moment teaches us that trusting the change process is fundamental. Sometimes the unknown can generate insecurity, but the cold moon encourages us to face these uncertainties with courage and optimism. Every step taken towards transformation, however small, is a movement towards a future more aligned with our values and aspirations. Furthermore, the message of the cold moon reinforces the idea that it is never too late to start over. Regardless of errors or deviations, the opportunity for renewal is always available. This lunar phase is a call to abandon the weight of the past and embrace the potential of the present, believing in the power to recreate paths and rebuild dreams. Another important point is the need for balance. The cold moon reminds us to balance introspection and action. Reflecting on what needs to be transformed is essential, but it is also crucial to take concrete steps towards the desired changes. The energy of this moon inspires the search for harmony between thought and practice, creating a cycle of consistent evolution. Finally, the cold moon symbolizes hope. It connects us to the certainty that, no matter how intense the transition phases are, there is always light on the horizon. It is an invitation to move forward with confidence, knowing that renewal is a continuous process and that every effort made today prepares you for a brighter and more meaningful tomorrow.